Hey guys, it is Elctromagnetic here, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. This is part 2 to What If Naruto used Uzumaki clan techniques, and that's pretty much it. So without further ado, roll the intro. Time skip. 9 months later. September 10th. Naruto was heading out of the academy for his first day. During lunch at Ichiraku 9 months ago, Naruto had created his Nindo to protect his comrades and friends at all costs. After that, Kakashi had told Naruto to take the rest of the day off from training. Naruto had also convinced Kakashi to talk to Hiruzen about Naruto going to the academy earlier than normal. That same day, Naruto had also met Choji and Shikamaru. Choji was being bullied by his size, and Naruto had stepped in and defended Choji. Naruto and Shikamaru and Choji had spent the rest of the day cloud watching. Choji had managed to get Naruto to laugh once, which Naruto greatly appreciated. Naruto then researched the Akimichi clan because of them using food to generate more chakra. During this research, Naruto had learned that how to turn food into chakra and the other way around. Naruto had then been eating more, but not as much as Choji. A little bit after that, Naruto had met Hinata, and she enjoyed Naruto's friend group. This had helped her confidence, until one day. Flashback, 3 months ago, before the start of school for Naruto. Naruto, Shikamaru, Choji, and Hinata were all heading home. Hinata had been stuttering more than usual. Since being a part of their friend group, Hinata's stuttering problems had started leaving, although she was still shy around everyone except for her friends. "Hey Hinata, what's the matter?" Naruto said. "You've been stuttering more than normal." "Naruto, can you please come with me?" Hinata said as she continued walking. "Well, it's kind of rare, but my mom has bloodline poisoning," Hinata said, looking down. "They said today was going to be her last day." Hinata couldn't finish. She tried to, but she just couldn't finish telling Naruto about what she was going through. She started sobbing, and Naruto pulled her in for a hug. "Come on, Hinata, don't lose hope," Naruto said. When Hinata and Naruto got to the room where Hiyashi and Hinabi were standing at Hinata's mother's bedside, there was a screen next to the bedside that read 98%. When Hinata and Naruto finally reached the bedside, Naruto looked at the screen, and it beeped and went up to 99%. Naruto reached out and held her hand. Her eyes were flickering but she still smiled and looked at him. Her eyes were then closing, and the screen beeped again. But suddenly, her eyes snapped back open, and the screen had gone back down to 98%. The doctor came in and was about to say about how he was sorry for the loss, but he saw the screen beep again, and it went down to 97%. By now, everyone could see the golden glow surrounding Naruto's hand. It looked almost solid. Everyone could then see Naruto's body tense, and then the seal of the whirling tide spread across half his face and down his arm. The golden glow intensified, and it looked as if it were almost solid. The timer kept on going down, faster and faster each time. The color came back to Hinata's mother's skin. Her eyes were no longer half closed. When the screen reached 0%, the glow dimmed, and the marks retracted back into the swirl-like mark on Naruto's neck. "Okay, later, Hinata," Naruto said weakly, and started walking away, holding his neck. "Wait, we need to check you to make sure the illness hasn't transferred to you," the doctor said. "Don't worry about that. If the chakra could exterminate the disease outside my body, it would have no problem doing it inside my body." "Then why are you staggering?" the doctor rebutted. "Because forcing really dense chakra through your body puts a strain on it, no matter how accustomed to it you are," Naruto replied. "Why?" Hiyashi asked. "I was never the nicest to you." 3 reasons, Naruto said. 1. I didn't do it for you. I did it for Hinata. 2. What kind of a son would I be if I let one of my mom's closest friends die? Naruto said, as he pulled out a photo. The picture was of Kushina, Mikoto, Sume, and Helen. They were all pregnant at the time. Naruto then put the picture back and walked to the door before pausing. And 3. My caretaker, Karasumi, died 11 months ago, I wouldn't want Hinata to go through the same thing I had to. And with that, Naruto left. Flashback end. 1 month after present time. Council meeting. Hello, Naruto, Hiruzen said. You must be wondering why we're calling you here. I assume it's because of the supposed threat I posed to the village, Naruto said. He's used to meetings. They happen monthly. The civilian council would whine and complain about the threat he posed and how he should be killed, and they'd also bring up the fact of how no one knew how strong Naruto was. This was actually true because Naruto insisted that he train alone so that no one could see his progress. As he said, deception is the best weapon of a ninja. Then, when Hiruzen heard Naruto say this, his heart clenched. Don't worry, Naruto, this all ends today, Hiruzen thought. Actually, Naruto, that's not why you're here. The reason why you're here is because I would like for you to be part of the CRA, Hiruzen said. The whole room was deathly quiet. Before 3, 2, 1, Hiruzen and Naruto were simultaneously thinking. As they reached 1, the civilian side of the council started shouting, and Hiruzen smiled inwardly. One at a time, Hiruzen said. Lord Hiruzen, Tsuki Haruno screeched. You really want this demon to repopulate? By the time she was done speaking, most of the people in the council room were looking uncomfortable at the pitch of the sound Tsuki was screaming at. Sume and Izuka and Kiba's mom and Naruto were actually holding their hands over their ears. For one person with enhanced hearing to another, I am extremely sorry and I feel your pain, Naruto said to Sumi. Enhanced hearing? Sumi asked. Everyone stopped shouting and started to listen. Naruto looked around, his eyes were still closed. You guys never wonder why my eyes are almost always closed? Anyways, I can see with my eyes, but only something when it's directly in front of me. Elsewise, I am literally blind. I cannot see anything else. When my eyes are closed, I have a full mental 360-degree image of everything around me, but without the color. It's one of my 2 bloodlines, and it's called the Mind's Eye of Kagura. At least that's what the scroll in my library said. At the mention of bloodlines and libraries, the council had a greedy look in their eyes. Time to act, Naruto thought. Well, because Mrs. Pink Banshee, Mrs. Haruno so eloquently put it, I am a supposed demon. I shouldn't repopulate the great Uzumaki clan since I am the last to leave. Naruto started smirking. They had fallen for Hiruzen's plan hook, line, and sinker. Naruto hadn't been aware of the plan, but watching Hiruzen's subtle reactions to everything everyone said had clued him in. Hiruzen, a very large man, said in a rude tone. He had a large mustache and his face was flushed red. He looked like he never raised a finger in his life to do anything. On all his fingers he had rings, on all of his fingers, and multiple rings on that. Force him into the CRA, and make him tell us what his second Keki Genkai is, and make him give us all the books in his library, the man demanded. He moved his head back towards Naruto, but he never reached. A white mask in the face of a horse appeared out of the darkness, and a hand shot forward and grabbed the man by the shoulder. As soon as the hand touched the man, the Anbu who the mask belonged to and the man were gone. The amount of respect shown towards the Hokage in his own village from the civilian side of this council is appalling, Hiruzen said. This is a shinobi village, and it's high time you start to show what it means. One, the civilian council is now stripped of all power concerning the shinobi business, and because this is a shinobi village, that means everything. Second, Danzo, you are hereby sentenced to death for defying a direct order from the Hokage and issuing the massacre of the Uchiha clan. Oh, and side note guys, in this what if the Uchiha massacre happened when Sasuke and Naruto were both 6. Danzo looked surprisingly calm. I pose a threat to this village, and that cannot be allowed. I have destroyed one of the great military assets, but at the time I thought I was doing what I believed best. So, I accept my death, since I am already going to die soon because of an illness. But 2 things before I leave. 1, I give this letter to the root Anbu, which I assume you're going to absorb into the main Anbu. Second, Naruto, what has this taught you? To do what is best for the leaf, Naruto replied, looking at Danzo. Goodbye, Ji-san. Goodbye, Naruto, Danzo said as his body flickered away with the 3 Anbu. Hiruzen looked slightly shocked that Danzo had just agreed so readily, but then again, he was already going to die, and Danzo would do anything for the leaf, even if it meant taking his own life. Okay, Naruto, From what I have heard, you are around high tuning to Tokubetsu Jonin level. So, you are no longer an academy student, and now are a certified Anbu. Dismissed. 8 years later. Naruto was in his room with a ton of Jonin and all the clan heads. He was the youngest one there. He'd been a Jonin since he was 11 and was considered one of Konoha's San Tensei, with Leaf's 3 geniuses, along with Itachi and Kakashi Hatake. After protecting Leaf again and again, the hostility levels went down, with every other person hating him. Naruto had also earned himself multiple monikers, as 1, the Demon of the Leaf, and 2, the Cheshire Cat of Konoha. Somebody coughed, snapping Naruto out of his daze. "Ah," Hiruzen said. Nice of you to join us mortals down here on Earth, Naruto," Hiruzen said sarcastically. "What were you thinking about, Naruto?" Kakashi asked. For once he wasn't reading his book, but that was probably because Hiruzen had threatened to burn it all if he was late to this meeting. "Who was going to be on my team?" Naruto replied. "You sound pretty confident that you'll have first pick," Kakashi said. "Well, of course he is. This is Naruto we're talking about. His luck is unbelievable," Anko shouted from her place in the room. A few people laughed at this, but then it quickly died down. "Back to what I was saying before I was interrupted," Hiruzen said, pointing a glare at Naruto, Kakashi, and Anko. "Who has number 1? "I do," Naruto said, looking at his card. "Of course he does," someone mumbled from across the room. "Okay, pick your team and explain the reasoning behind it. Remember, I can still refuse and add different members to your team." "Well, let's see. I would like to have Sasuke Uchiha, Sakura Haruno, and Ino Yamanaka. Yes, those 3 should do. I chose this team to be an assassination and espionage team. That could still be a semi-assault and interrogation team if need be. Now, the reason I chose each one of them, Sasuke because he is entitled and arrogant, and I hate people like that. Therefore, I'll be able to break him out of that attitude, and I could teach him a lot of jutsu while simultaneously having fun. It was well known that Naruto had learned over 600 jutsu. Some of them were the same jutsu but with just different forms like long range, medium range, and short range. Oh, and Sakura and Ino because they're fangirls and I refuse to grow stronger or train. Basically, I'd like to have a challenge and these 3 will be perfect because there's almost no way they would work together. This also means I won't have to be as hold back as much in my training methods, Naruto finished with a sadistic smile. Everyone's sweat dropped and was thinking the same thing. So the reason he chose his team was so that he didn't have to hold back in his sadism. But his reasons were excellent. We haven't had an assassination and espionage team in a while, and Naruto would probably be the best one to teach them. At the same time, the team would be able to handle direct confrontation, unlike most assassination squads. "Okay, Naruto. Tomorrow you pick up your team," Hiruzen said. "Also, Kakashi, you and a few other Jonin will be on call to help train the teams for the upcoming Chunin exams, that is, if they participate. Oh, and lastly, Naruto, after everyone leaves, I would like to discuss something with you." As everyone was leaving the office, Inochi, Ino's father, and Tsuki Haruno, Sakura's mother, were thinking the same thing. I hope Ino / Sakura has what it takes to pass Naruto's test, otherwise she'll crack underneath the pressure. When everyone had left, Hiruzen said, "Okay, Naruto, there are a lot of people over the Shinobi Nations that know you're the 4th son. You're ready in the CRA, but I want to improve relations with some of the other countries via political marriage. The first country is, regrettably, Iwagakure. Because if there is another war, I would like to have more allies than enemies. I have also written to the Tsuchikage about this, and I am waiting for a response. What I wanted to ask you is if you are okay with this." "Yes, Jiji-sama. For the Leaf, anything," Naruto said with confidence. The next day in class, Uruko was announcing teams. Team 7 will be Uchiha Sasuke, Haruno Sakura. "Yada! True love prevails!" Sakura screeched. "Sakura, shut up!" Uruko yelled, using his patented big-headed jutsu to make his head size swell. Now, as I was saying, Team 7 will be Uchiha Sasuke, Haruno Sakura, and Ino Yamanaka. Your sensei will be... Uruko stopped and paled. "What's the matter, Uruko-sensei?" Sakura asked. Your sensei is arguably one of the strongest and smartest and most sadistic Jonin in the Leaf. His name is Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze," Naruto said, walking through the door with the other Jonin senseis. They could only see his eyes, but because of his mask. But they could tell two things. First, he was about their age. Second, his azure blue eyes were ice cold, signifying that this was not someone to be trifled with. Even Kiba, who was normally loud and rude, was silent, showing how much his person scared the students. Naruto threw each one of his team a tile 2 inches by 2 inches. It had some writing on it, and as soon as each of them caught it, the wind picked up around them, obscuring them from view, and when it died down, they were all gone, along with Naruto. "Okay," Ruka said, hoping and praying that Sasuke, Ino, and Sakura's sanity would hold out and train with Naruto. "The rest of the teams are